The mine below. The elevator descended in slow, coughing jerks, its cage rattling against the slick, rust-streaked shaft walls. Dust coated the air like pollen, thick and granular, making every breath feel like inhaling time itself. Noah kept his eyes fixed on the dim yellow bulb overhead, trying not to listen to the groaning metal. He was the last in a string of specialists sent to inspect the dormant Dredger No. 11 mine, shut down 30 years ago after a series of cave-ins and unexplained disappearances. The previous survey team had stopped reporting after their second day underground. No bodies were ever found. The elevator shuddered to a stop 600 meters below the surface. Noah stepped out into stale air and a tunnel that looked more like a wound than a passage. The rock had been cut, yes, but time and collapse had warped it into something organic. The beams holding the walls apart groaned in the silence. His job was to map and record. What he found defied cartography. The tunnels didn't align with old plans. Some sloped at impossible angles. Others circled back with no sense of logic. As he explored, Noah marked his path with a grease pencil until the marks began disappearing behind him. He heard dripping in places where no water ran, echoes that didn't belong to his footsteps. Once, he passed a hollow where his headlamp revealed dozens of helmets and gloves piled neatly, untouched by dust. No bodies, just the shedding of those who came before. Further in, he found symbols carved into the stone, patterns too smooth to be done by pickaxe. They pulsed under the light, absorbing color rather than reflecting it. He touched one and felt warmth, as if the rock had blood. Noah set up camp in a collapsed chamber with old rails and twisted mine carts. His sleep was fractured, not by noise but by pressure, the sense that something vast and slow moved just beyond perception. The earth around him felt hollow, like skin stretched over breath. On his second day, he discovered a shaft not listed on any blueprint, narrow, almost vertical, with a rusted ladder descending into shadow. He began the descent. Every rung felt warmer than the last. The air grew moist, then dry, then sweet like rot. The light from his helmet flickered but did not fail. At the bottom, he emerged into a cavern that defied physics. The walls curved away and inward at once, like being inside a lens. In the center, a massive shape protruded from the rock, ribbed, ridged, and faintly pulsing. Not metal, not stone. He approached, each step slower than the last. The space resisted motion like walking through thick water. The shape responded to his presence. A ripple, a hum, a low vibration that moved up through his legs and into his chest. Something ancient was sleeping here, or thinking. Noah reached out. His hand touched the surface. It was neither warm nor cold, neither solid nor fluid. It simply was. He woke hours later with dried blood beneath his nose and a sharp ringing in his ears. His flashlight was dead. The thing was gone. Or he was somewhere else entirely. The tunnel behind him had changed. Walls slicker, air tighter. His own footprints trailed behind him, walking in reverse. He ran. The mine offered no exit. Every path looped. Every climb returned him to the same rusted ladder. His own voice echoed minutes after he spoke. Time had softened. Eventually, he found a lantern still burning, hanging from a nail. Beneath it, a notebook. Inside, his own handwriting. He had never written these words. Each page described his actions before he made them. Breaths turned thoughts. Then one page blank. Then one word. Listen. He did. The mine was not dead. It had never been dead. It listened back. Somewhere far above, the elevator groaned. But it wasn't descending. It was being pulled deeper. And he was being remembered. That night, Noah heard voices. Not whispers, but low calls from deep tunnels, overlapping tones like music stretched too thin. They carried no words, only a resonance. He followed them without knowing why. The paths narrowed, then widened again into galleries filled with crystalline growths that hummed in sympathy with his heartbeat. The air was clearer here, almost sweet. He removed his respirator and smelled flowers that shouldn't bloom underground. In a chamber shaped like a ribcage, he found another body. Not bones, just a hollow suit of mining gear, standing upright as if still worn. The helmet turned slowly to face him as he stepped close. He didn't remember screaming. Backtracking was impossible. Every passage changed. Walls flexed like muscle. He saw things half hidden in the rock. Hands, faces, half formed. A mural in reverse. Not art, but memory being absorbed. One room was filled with clocks. None ticking. All hands pointed to different times, frozen mid-second. One bore his birth date carved into its glass. He smashed it. The sound did not echo. Noah began carving marks into his arms to count the hours. The wounds healed too quickly. He no longer needed food. Or water. Only motion. Somewhere, deep in the core, the great shape waited. No longer dormant. It breathed in pulses that bent the rock. It showed him images, memories not his own. Miners sinking deeper, vanishing into light. A girl laughing above ground. A tower collapsing inward. He understood then, the mine was not a place. It was an entity. A record. A hunger made from time and stone. And now it knew his name.